Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Union Baseball here at the Union's Baseball and Softball Complex on the campus of Union's Freshman Academy for this 6A regional matchup between the visitors today, which are Union, and the home team, Putnam City West Patriots. And now the starting lineups. First for Union. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 2, Jaden McNeely. Batting second, playing center field, number 8, Grayson Tempest. Batting third, playing third base, number 7, Avery Ortiz. Batting fourth, playing right field, number 3, Parker Patterson. Your designated hitter this evening, number 16, Bryce Ashlock. Behind the plate, batting 6, number 23, Brody Briggs. Batting seventh, and playing first base, number 5, Kenyon Keller. Batting 8th and playing left field, number 15, Gage Arthur. And batting 9th and playing second base, number 1, Ryan Jones. And on the mound, number 12, Thomas Bully. Your assistant coaches are Brett Robinson and Jeff Brown. Your head coach is Sean Newkirk. Ladies and gentlemen, your 6A3 champion Union baseball team. And now let's meet the starting lineups for Putnam City West. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 21, Jackson Hyde Herrera. Batting second, pitching this afternoon, number 13, Nate Gresham. Batting third, playing left field, number 18, Nick Elmhurst. Batting fourth, behind the plate, number 10, Maddox Byers. He's a popular kid. Batting fifth, number 2, right fielder, Sam Hernandez. Your designated hitter, number 11, Dakota McElroy. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 22, Romero Estrada. Batting eighth, playing center field, and number 7, Ty Roberts. And batting ninth, playing first base, number 6, Wes Keppel. And at second base, number 14, Rico Hamilton. Your managers are Josie Bradenberger, Jessica DeLeon, and Jordan Pfeiffer. Your assistant coaches are Tony Rogers, Ryan Line, and Brandon Yates. And your head coach is Travis Brandenberger. Ladies and gentlemen, the Putnam City West Patriots. At this time, if you would please rise or remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Your umpires are David Summers and Travis Mitchell. Your scoreboard operator is Wade Witcher. Your official scorer is Rob Keller. Your DJ is none other than Brad Muller. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some Union baseball. As we welcome you guys in here to the broadcast alongside Joey Witcher, I'm Jim Douthit. And Joey, here we go. It's regional time, and it's Putnam City West. And Union comes in with a record of 26-10 overall and 12-2 in their district. And these guys are led by a number of underclassmen, and Jaden McNeely and Canyon Keller and Brody Briggs behind the plate. So let's start with that. As a coach, you have a young group of kids who have done very, very well. But as Coach Robo mentioned, they're 0-0 right now. Everybody is. So what are you telling your kids?
Well, that's absolutely right. You tell them you're 0-0. It's a new season. Anything can happen. Every game counts from now on. The good thing is we put ourselves in the driver's seat. We're getting to host. We're getting to play a 5-32 team to open up, which means we don't have to use our best pitching early on, which hopefully for the second games, Pulp and Bartlesville do. But the other thing you tell them is that this needs to be a short game. This needs to be a 5-inning game. We need to go out and take care of business, put the ball in play, throw strikes, because usually a team that's only won 5 games, that's what they struggle doing.
Well, and that's what I was going to bring up. They're 0-14, 5-32 now, and it's important. You said it. I wanted to talk about not looking past this team. Is it really hard to keep your kids focused and not look past this game?
It can be, but it all depends on the message you're sending them. The message is you respect everybody, fear none, but you got to take care of business, and, realistically, we should win this game going away. Now you have to preach that from the first pitch on. Hey, don't let up. We need this to be a 5-inning game.
Leading off for Union, shortstop Jaden McNeely. So a little different for us as we get to see we're at home, but Union on the score sheet is the away team. A little bit. What's the philosophy with that? Is that OSSAA rules?
Yes, it's one of the stupidest rules there is in OSSAA.
Okay.
If you host a regional, you should be able to be the home team, especially for your first game.
Right.
But it's determined by a coin flip, which we lost, so we're the visitor.
Well, and if that's the only thing we lose over the next 2 days, I think we'll be okay with that.
That'll be just fine.
Yep,
yeah.
That'll be just fine. Jaden steps in here. Looks at 1-1.
0-2.
Oh, I'm sorry, 0-2. That's what happens when I look away.
Tried to bunt the first time, didn't get it down, but it was a good idea.
Well, in the speed, and we've talked about it all season, so there's maybe some folks out there that haven't heard, Jaden McNeely can flat scoot. There's a pop fly, left field, Elmhurst, underneath it, and there's one away.
Now I'm going to comment right now, first batter right now, Jim. That's something we cannot do. We have to put the ball in play on the ground, make them make plays, force the issue. They're going to be able to catch fly balls.
Now batting, center fielder, Grayson Tempest. And for those of you that are listening to us for the first time as well, you may hear some extra audio as I'm doing kind of double the duty. First pitch swinging to third and over to first, and there's quickly 2 away. Nice play there by Hyde Herrera. And there again, you're talking about it. Now, that has a lot to do with them, and I want to introduce Avery real quick, but that has a lot to do with probably our boys being a little nervous, right?
Yeah, a little. It's their first time.
Sure. Now batting shortstop Avery Ortiz. It's their first time, but again, you don't want to give this Gresham kid or this team for that matter any kind of hope.
No, none. Because the longer they hang around, the more confidence they get, the harder this becomes.
Right.
I will say this for the Putnam City kid. He's throwing strikes. He's doing what we need our pitcher to do.
Yeah, and you've talked about that all year. And we'll get into Thomas Bully here in just a few minutes, who's got the nod today. You shouldn't probably mention that
well,
first or second.
Help us out.
Yep.
Little intentional jinx.
Yeah, that'll work. I like that. Keep that up all day. Now batting, number 3, Parker Patterson. Patterson steps to the dish here and with a runner on. Now, we have walked into a lot of wins this year. And what I mean by that is we've capitalized on mistakes that other teams have made.
Absolutely.
Big time.
Yeah.
There's teams that we obviously, with all due respect, I don't think we should have beat, and we beat because we capitalized on their errors. That's one thing right here, hitting a batter. There's 2 outs. We've done a lot of damage with 2 outs.
Unforced errors.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. So it'll be important to see what can happen here.
Because Avery can run. Mm-hmm. We can get him to second. Now we got a runner in scoring position.
Right.
And he was going.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he was definitely going. Weird to square around, though, at that point, do you think? No?
Distract the catcher. It's a fake all the way.
Okay. Is she calling that again? Probably not now. There he goes. Swung on to third. Grab it nicely. Easy toss over to first, but not quite the easy play. Nicely done by Capel.
Well, not really the first inning we wanted, Jim.
Not at all, but I had a quick interview with Coach Robinson, and this is what he had to say. I'm here with Coach Robinson, and so tell us, Coach, what have you seen in your pitching staff this year specifically that you're happy with?
They've just really competed on the mound well this year. They were throwing a lot of strikes, getting ahead in the count, and just getting us deep into ball games where we don't have to go to the bullpen early. Just really doing a good job of keeping us in games, even if it's not always a shutout or whatever, but they keep us in a game and give us a chance to win.
So talk about game one starter here in Bully. What did you see in him during the season that gave him the nod for this game?
Yeah, so Tommy's our only starting pitcher that's a senior, and so he's got that experience, and he's kind of a leader for our pitching staff. He just shows up every day, does what he's supposed to do, prepares really well, and he's given us a chance to win every ball game he's pitched this year, and so he's earned the chance to throw in this regional.
There you go. Coach, thanks so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
As we're back here live, just heard from Coach Robo about Thomas Bully and his pitching staff this year. What do you think about the senior getting the nod?
Well, I think it's smart. He's got experience in this situation. And like Coach said, he's earned it. He's throughout the season, he's earned his start. And it's nice to have somebody like Thomas so we don't have to throw a race. And we can have him in the second round, which is really the game you really need to win.
And he's only one of 3 seniors on this roster, and I was talking with Robo before the game, not only about pitching, but they've got those 3 kids on those seniors on the roster that were around this program in 2018 when they won the state championship.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of, and it's very little, but there is a little bit of that leadership where those 3 have seen and been in this position before.
Right, they've been there. It feels like a senior-laden lineup today.
Right.
Comparatively speaking.
Yeah, for sure. Leading off for the Patriots, number 21, Jackson Hyde Herrera. As we welcome in everybody here on the Union Sports Network, he's Joey Witcher. I'm Jim Douthit. Beautiful day here at the ballpark. Family member in here for you, Joey. It's got to be fun to have the boy sitting next to you doing a little bit of scoreboard.
Well, he's in punchable range, so that really makes it good. So I can hit him in the ribs anytime I want.
There you go. And that'll make Mama feel good because I know she's probably trying to listen at some point between all the meetings and different things they got going on.
Well, she probably better be working, shouldn't she?
She should be. There's probably a lot of people that should be working right now. I hope they're tuning in and listening to us. And if they are, Dr. Hartzler, you didn't hear me say anything. So we'll just leave it at that. Hi.
What a great school district we work for.
Oh, my gosh. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. And you're unfortunately for us and all the kids that you've impacted over the years, there's a strikeout. Nicely done there by Bully on 4 pitches. It's a great job. Your time is a little numbered here. We'll get to that throughout our broadcast here over the next couple of days as we welcome in, now batting number 13, Nate Gresham. That's really good to see that Bully right away getting the strikeout.
Absolutely.
And not wasting any pitches like that one.
Looks like the guy behind the plate is going to be a little liberal with the zone, so I think we're going to see a fast-paced, quick game.
Like that?
Right on key.
Yeah. Right.
Holy smokes.
Wow. Okay. Well, all right. In fairness, as long as it's called both ways, we've talked about this all year long.
As long as the zone's consistent.
Yep.
The batters know what they're getting into.
Well, the batters and both batteries for that matter.
Yep.
You got to know where a catcher can set up and get that strike call if the pitcher hits the mitt. And quickly, 2-2. something I like about Bully, he reminds me of Shea in that he gets on the mound and he throws.
And he works from the stretch.
Yep.
Yeah, he does. He works quickly. I like that too. I'm sure his fielders like that.
Yep, absolutely. It's a beautiful day. The one thing that these boys are not going to argue about today is definitely the weather. We've had some beautiful weather here as that's fouled down the right field line, out of play. After the storms the last couple of days, boy, it was really nice last night for Union Soccer as the girls won. We'll talk more about them. They won. The boys won in Enid in overtime. There's a shot out to left field. Base hit there. Arthur picks it up and quickly gets it in. So a strikeout to start the inning, and then Gresham gets a base hit.
Going to be interesting to see how aggressive Putnam West is. Because, the last couple of games we broadcast hadn't been a whole lot of offense.
Right. It'll be interesting to see. Now batting, number 18, Nick Elmhurst. Elmhurst with the whiff there. Was kind of a haphazard swing by him. It almost looked like he was, I think I'll swing at that at the last minute. 0-1, one out, and one on in Gresham. Now, what is your philosophy as a PC West coach coming in here? We don't know a lot about the Patriots. Is Gresham, would you believe he's their number one guy and
yes.
trying to get through this?
Yes,
right.
Absolutely.
Okay. And subsequently, Gresham's the one that got the hit. Oh, Briggs gets away from him, throw down to second. Got him. Boy, the ball got away. Briggs couldn't find it, and by the time he found it, Gresham decided to take off. And I'm telling you,
as soon as he took off, I was about to say that's a mistake.
That's a mistake. No, and you and I were thinking the same thing. They didn't do the scouting report on Brody, and Briggs can flat. He's got a cannon. He looked to throw down to first, and
yeah, he was setting up a pick and dropped it, and then the kid decided to go too late.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for that young man. Fortunate for us.
Yep, for sure. Defense. There's a shot down the first base line, easily
play.
picked up by Keller, and we'll go kind of 3 up and 3 down, if you will, and we're back after this.
The humble Raising Cane's chicken finger. 24 hours of marinating and not a word about its flavor. It credits that terrifically tangy sauce. And the cane sauce? Well, it's okay with that. But a premium, fresh, never-ever frozen tenderloin, hand-battered and cooked to order? Doesn't exactly need to brag now, does it? Same for the crinkle-cut fries. Center cut from the longest potatoes Idaho has to offer and added to every meal. Just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you have to use them. Raising Cane's.
Well, welcome back in here. Getting ready to start the top of the second. And if you're just tuning in, Union's coming up to bat. So if you didn't hear our comments earlier, Union lost the coin flip. And so they are the away team playing at home on this beautiful field. Leading off for Union, designated hitter, number 16, Bryce Ashlock. Ashlock steps in, and a little story about Bryce real quick. Bryce was 3 for 3 Saturday afternoon. They intentionally walk him to load the bases to bring in Preston Petty, who hadn't done anything. We're talking about the bottom of the 7th. Petty hits a rocket to their second baseman who can't handle it, and we walk it off.
Yeah,
It was great. It was great. Ashlock to the shortstop, Herrera, over to first in time. And I think you're right. You know, our boys need to see some pitches here.
Well,
although he is throwing strikes.
He's throwing strikes, and he's not going to overpower us. It may take us one time through the lineup to adjust because we're used to seeing kids actually throw the ball harder than we're seeing right now.
Now batting, catcher Brody Briggs. Brody steps in. Great defensive play here for him in the bottom of the first inning. That's weird to say defensive play for us, bottom of the first, but it is what it is. That's outside.
Well, he's been one of our hottest hitters the last 2 weeks.
For sure. Well, and again, if this is the first broadcast that folks have seen for Union, the production out of our 5 through 9 holes have been wonderful. That's right down the right field line. Fair.
That's a double.
That's going to go for extra bases. Briggs to second. And Coach Brown will hold him up there as he's in with a stand-up double down the right field line.
And he continues on his tear. He's really been hot.
Absolutely. Now batting, number 5, Kenyon Keller. Pinch running, number 6, Rhett Rogers. I said pitch running, but it's really a courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner. As long as the umpires know what I'm talking about, that's all that matters. That's all that matters here.
And you mentioned that just before we got the double there, the lower part of our lineup's been our catalyst the last couple of weeks, so it looks, hopefully it continues.
And he's given that outside, right outside part of the plate is home plate umpire David Summers.
Yep.
And that's okay. Again, consistency. You said it earlier. But, yeah, 5 through 9's been great. And, you know, and again, Petty with that rocket to the second baseman. And in fairness, the ball was hit so dadgum hard. There's another bloop down the right field line. Foul. Oh. Just foul. If I was Andy Irwin, I would say that was just about a meter foul. Because Andy likes to live up in Canada where it's all metric system.
Well, I'd like to say I saw some dust on that, but since we have artificial, that would be inaccurate.
You might have seen some rubber pellets as Andy chimes in from behind us.
Big hole on the right side, Jim.
Right. 0-2 delivery on the way. Rogers goes, popped up. Rogers has got to get back in a hurry and caught there. Nice job by Hyatt Herrera, and nice job for Rogers to get back.
To recognize, yeah.
Yep, he's got to get back. And I'm pretty sure he probably heard Coach Brown saying, get back, get back, get back. Now batting, left fielder, number 15, Gage Arthur.
Here's another young man that's been hot lately.
For sure.
His average has gone up over 100 points the last 3 weeks. And again, big hole on the right side.
Yep. As they're trying to keep Rogers close. They'll throw back, not even close there. Looked like Gresham kind of thought about it, and then by the time he threw it, it wasn't even close to being in time. But they're going to try to keep Rogers close with 2 outs.
Well, the way Gresham's working the ball away, if we can be disciplined, we could punch one through the right side, get a run here.
And just like that, they throw it inside. But you're right, because even when their second baseman in Hamilton kind of comes over to cover the bag, even when he doesn't, there's still a nice size gap between the first and second baseman for sure.
Yeah, the first baseman's playing close to the bag, so they got a big hole over there.
Swung on and missed. 1-1. 2 away. The runner at second for Union is Rogers after a double by Brody Briggs.
Slower speed, you got to really stay in there and think up the middle. He's a little early on that pitch.
1-1 delivery. Inside. Almost clipped him. But we really need to get Gresham off his game because he has, I know we're only an inning and 2/3 in, but he went through our lineup in the first inning pretty quick. Throwing strikes. The delivery, 2-2.
Well, the thing about team like Putnam West, if you can get that ball rolling downhill on them, it'll turn into an avalanche real quick. But like I said, the longer we let them hang around,
yep, the more they're going to see it. Pickoff play, not in time. Ball was dropped anyway. But yeah, and again, and I know we said it at the top of the broadcast, yeah, everybody is 0-0, but I really hope Union realizes that everybody's here to play. And all Putnam City West has to do right now is put a couple of runs up, and they're taking advantage of that game as a nice pitch is in there. They'll leave a runner stranded for Union. Putnam City West is coming up after this. As we welcome you back in here, bottom of the second, Maddox Byers is up to bat. Their catcher. He's leading off this inning and got a runner on. Union did and a double down the right field line, but couldn't capitalize on that.
Well, we had two really bad at-bats. We had a pop-up and a strikeout.
Right.
And I'll take my hat off Putnam West so far. They've made the plays. They're throwing strikes, and they're making the plays. They're not doing the things a 5-32 team usually does.
Typically does, and there's another base hit. The catcher gets on as he gets a base hit to left field. And timely hitting, and we'll see what Bully does here, as I believe they're going to have a courtesy runner come in.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. I was talking to Coach earlier, and he said he may, but probably not. Now batting, right fielder number 2, Sam Hernandez.
See if they bunt here, Jim. This is a bunt situation.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hernandez squares away, doesn't go. And I'm wondering now if this team is thinking twice about running after what Briggs was able to do there in the first inning.
Yeah, I would think so.
I like the call on Putnam City West. They're a lot like we are, trying to generate some runs. It gets the bunt down. Bully plays it, throws to first, and they advance the runner.
Nice bunt. Good execution.
Yep. Designated hitter number 11, Dakota McElroy.
Now, they're in the identical situation we were. Runner at second with one out.
Yep. And that's perfect. That's perfect, and we'll see if they walk into the same traps that we did. There's a pop fly, center field. Tempest back underneath it. Runner looks like he might tag. He does tag. And the rocket arm.
And they got a pop out.
So sure looks familiar.
That's a good out right there for Thomas. And now we're going to get looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner now, Jim.
Right. Courtesy running for the Patriots, number 23, Jaden Saylor. Now batting, number 22, Romero Estrada.
Even though it's early, it's a big at-bat right here because we don't want them to be the first ones to score.
Absolutely not.
Thomas got to bear down here and get this kid.
Throw back to second. Kind of gets away, but Ryan Jones will run it down. That was a good throw, and, man, if that would have been there, I think he would have had him out.
Yeah.
Snap throw down to second. Something else that we need to be aware of, fans need to be aware of, is that Putnam City West will actually get the last at bat since they're the home team, which is kind of strange to say at our own home ballpark. So you don't want these boys to hang around. And I think the longer this game goes 0-0 or even 1-0 really is to the advantage of Putnam City West.
Well,
you think?
No.
No? Okay.
Because we're the better team. We got to not press.
Okay. Brody with a nice block there.
We got to not press. It's a long game. We're in it for we're the battle-tested team. We just need to be patient, let it come, get around the lineup second time, see what happens.
Yeah, and, coming into this game, we were 3 for 4 last week with the only loss coming to a phenomenal Pryor team. There's a hard shot hit to right center field. That's going to fall. 1 run will score. Patterson runs it down, and he's in with a stand-up double is Estrada. And just on cue, the Patriots go up 1-0.
Yeah, Thomas put that one right down the middle. That's not where you want that pitch.
Now batting, center fielder number 7, Ty Roberts. Ty steps in. Runner at second is Estrada. He'll get a big lead. 2 away. Bully quickly 1-0. That's the thing that Bully's got to do is get ahead of the runners. There's a squibbler. Fair ball.
Nice
picked up by Briggs. Yep. And they'll get out of the inning with only 1 score. So 1 run on 2 hits. A runner stranded. Union coming up after this.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we've joined forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
Leading off for Union, second baseman number 1, Ryan Jones. As we come back here, bottom of the second, Jones up. Top of the third. Good gravy. That's what happens when.
There you go.
There you go. There's a shot down the left field line. Picked up there nicely by Elmhurst. He'll get it back in. Jones on his horse, slides. He's safe. Gets in underneath the tag. Hustle there by the senior. And that's a great shot. As again, we're in the top of the third. I apologize to everybody at home. Now batting, number 2, Jaden McNeely. McNeely steps in here, and now maybe, there you go,
hopefully
number 9 hitter getting it started for us.
Hopefully that ignites us. Second time through.
He'll lay down the bunt. That's going to
chance.
stay fair.
No chance.
And everybody's
Nobody's
safe.
at second. He should go to second.
Yep.
Nobody's at second.
Yeah, they're going now.
There you
There
go.
you go.
It's a way to be heads up.
Yep. And the catcher's going to argue a little bit. Byers is going to ask home plate umpire why he didn't get time called for him. But time was not given. Now time is called, but it doesn't matter. McNeely is now here at second base. Ryan Jones at third. Now batting number 8, Grayson Tempest.
That should really get us going now, Jim.
And for those of you at home, the burgers are ready here, so where are you at? You guys got to come and eat some burgers. Small-time baseball. Don't you love it?
Oh, love it. Absolutely.
Yeah. They said we could have smelled them, but I wasn't smelling them. So Tempest on, nobody out. The runner at third is Jones after a double. And then McNeely makes it to second on a bunt double, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no errors. That ball just died.
We need Grayson to hit a ball up the middle here.
In the dirt, 2-1.
They got their corners up, so anything on the corners we're going to have to hold. Ground ball or anything up the middle, we're going to score a run.
And this was the offense that we were hoping to see. Oh, nice changeup.
Good eye.
Boy, howdy. It looked like a pretty nice pitch. Must have been a little inside.
2-1 curveball. Interesting.
Yep.
3-1. He's going to have to come at him now.
Yeah. This is a pitch that Tempest could definitely hit here. Because you definitely don't want to put him on. Three-two. Got the call on the outside part of the plate.
Second baseman's playing deep in the hole. We really got he's got a big hole up the middle.
Boy, he sure does.
Just stay that way. Hit it right back at him. That'll
Out
score
to
a run.
left.
That'll score a run, maybe.
Not very deep. And Elmhurst with a nice throw home, and Jones cannot score. Tempest didn't get that quite deep enough, and Elmhurst did a really nice play charging the ball from behind, so his momentum was going that way.
Well,
towards
Jones
home plate.
initially took off on contact, too, instead of going back to the base. I think that had a little something to do with it, too.
Now batting number 7, Avery Ortiz.
This is the guy we want up anyway. Our RBI guy, him and Patterson. I feel pretty good about this, Jim.
Yeah, and last time Avery was up, he was hit by a pitch. So we'll see what Gresham deals in here as he's behind 1-0. 2 on, still in a great position with only 1 out here, Coach, and see what he can do. Not too sure what's fooling Gresham. It's not like what's fooling our batters, I should say.
Coach, it's the speed.
Yeah, okay.
He doesn't throw as hard as we're used to seeing, and they're going to have to make an adjustment, keep their hands back, and think up the middle.
Got it. Especially as they're giving that to us, that up the middle.
Yes. Patience. We got to be patient.
Right. Runners at second and third, 1 out, 2-1 count. Delivery on the way from Gresham. Avery Ortiz at the plate. Inside, 2-2. Much to the dislike of a handful of fans that are sitting right in front of us, as a few of them look to the heavens.
There you
That's
go.
ripped.
There you
Left
go.
side. That'll get 1 run in. They're going to hold up McNeely at third. Runner tries to advance to second. He'll stop, but the run will score. That's a nice job there, actually. I'm going to say that's probably pretty good base running. Maybe.
I'm going to have to disagree with
Okay. And the only reason I say that is because it does score McNeely.
Yeah,
but
we have our 4-hole coming up.
And you want that run
We're
run.
probably going to score McNeely anyway.
Right.
And not give away an out. But he did a great job hitting the hanging curveball and driving in the run.
Now batting number 3, Parker Patterson. So that's going to be scored as a base hit and then out running to second, I'm going to assume.
It's a base hit,
Yeah.
and it's 2-6 on the out.
Yep. Gresham delivers. 2-run score there. So you would rather have Ortiz hold up at first.
Yes.
Have runners at the corners.
Yes, because you got your 4-hole up, one of your leading RBI guys. Now he's got nobody on, 2 outs instead of 2 on with 1 out.
Swung on, chopped to third, picks it up and throws in time. But Union gets 2 runs on 3 hits, I believe. Nobody left on. Bottom of the third coming up next right here on the Union Sports Network. Welcome back in here to the Union Sports Network alongside Joey Witcher. I'm Jim Douthit. 2 runs there on 3 hits in that inning, and Union goes up 2-1. We'll talk about some base running and kind of what happened in that inning after I introduce. Leading off, first baseman number 6, Wes Capel. Capel steps in here, swinging first pitch. So you think Avery, we'll go back to the play originally. You liked the fact that Avery stopped so that McNeely could score. You didn't like the fact that he was running in the first place.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I thought it was smart of him to stop and make the guy chase him down because that allowed the run to score, but initially he should not have gone.
If you're just tuning in, Ortiz ripped one down between the second and third baseman. And then the throw came home. Avery turned and decided to go to second. Pulled up there, and the throw went to second. It allowed McNeely to score. Nicely backhanded there by Jones. Over to first, not in time. Jones couldn't come away with that backhand cleanly. And the Patriots get the leadoff hitter on base. Now batting number 21, Jackson Hyde Herrera. And I think that'll go down as a base hit.
Yes.
Tough play there by the senior. As I think, Joey, are you trying to steal some signs there?
I'm just looking to see, just taking a peek.
For those of you that don't know where we are in the press box directly behind, obviously, home plate, and we've got some poles in the way. So I'm laughing because Joey's trying to look around the poles to see what their third base coach is, kind of signs he's throwing down.
I don't think we have anything on right now.
Inside. That hits him.
No, it missed him.
No, it missed him.
But
okay, you're right.
It's going to be a wild pitch.
Yep.
So we do their job for him. Thomas needs to settle in now. We got the lead. It's a big, we need to keep it. Looks like he's trying to overthrow a little bit. Now this is a bunt situation. 2-0, he may take a strike, but
swinging away, 2-2 evens the count up. If you're just joining us, yes, we are in the bottom of the third inning.
Not going to bunt. He's swinging away here.
As the Patriots are the home team, Swinging away to
Third base,
McNeely.
go to third base.
Goes to
Attaboy.
third base.
That's
tag the lead runner, and that's a great job. I think McNeely heard you. And I again, that McNeely's baseball prowess is just really good.
Poor base running by Putnam West right there. Ball, anytime a ball's in front of you, stay put. Really an easy throw for Jaden. Nice play. Heads up play, like you said.
For him. Now batting number 13, Nate Gresham. So he's safe on a sacrifice.
It's actually fielder's choice.
Or fielder's choice, right.
Yep.
And that'll get through the left side. Arthur again comes up throwing, so runners at first and second as Gresham gets a base hit.
Got a little action going on down in our bullpen, Jim. Thomas is starting to get the ball up. They're starting to hit him.
And this is not the position that Union hoped to be in with this first game. Now batting number 18, Nick Elmhurst. Elmhurst steps in, runners at first and second with only one away. I'm going to steal a line from you. Bully just needs to throw some strikes and let his defense do the work.
Well, he's throwing strikes, but he's getting the ball up in the zone. That's allowing him to hit him hard.
Right.
He needs to get strikes in and out, like Shea did last Thursday.
Right.
In and out, up and down, mix it up. Everything's in the same spots about belt high. They're just having BP right now.
Squibbler, that's fair. To first in time. So 2 away now advances both runners.
Yeah, he had time to go to third on that one. I don't disagree with it, though. You always want to take the sure out.
Well, and I'm thinking Briggs told him to go that way as well. I'm not too sure, and I don't want to second guess what Brody was doing, but I believe that to be the case. Now batting number 10, Maddox Byers. Byers steps in, and they're still in a pretty good position. Byers, the first time up, got a base hit.
Mm-hmm. Hit it hard.
Yep, and that's not what – hopefully we can contain this young man right now.
Yeah, dumped it right in front of Gage out in left field.
Swung on foul, and this is a good position for Bully to be in. 0-2, 2 outs.
Great position. Now we need to work away. This umpire's been real liberal with the outside corner. Nothing on the plate right now. There you go.
Outside slap foul. When that's a pretty nice piece of hitting. You're just throwing the bat out there to save
He's just
yourself.
trying to stay alive.
Right.
That's a good job.
Right.
But I wouldn't give in. Stay right there. That was a good spot pitch by Thomas. He needs to do it again.
Looks like Briggs sets out upside. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit farther outside.
That's a curveball.
Right. Briggs kind of shaking his head as he looks back into the dugout.
Get out there. Stay away from him.
The 1-2 delivery.
There it is. That's good.
Again.
Keep it right there.
Battling hard as Byers. Battling just as hard as Bully.
He'll swing and miss one of these.
So you're just saying just keep throwing it out that way.
Absolutely. Don't give him anything he can square up.
Right down the middle, just like that. That's going to fall fair, and this game is tied. They send the runner home. Oh, the throw from McNeely is high. And 2 runs will score. And just when you said it, don't give him anything he can hit, he roped one to right field or to left field, excuse me. And he'll get a double out of that.
That's unfortunate, too. Jaden he rushed. He had him dead at home plate.
Yep.
Just rushed it.
Yep.
And airmailed it.
Yep. He did airmail that. That thing hit the netting. That's how hard and high he threw it. Now Coach Robo out to have a little discussion. And senior moment here, you're just telling him, hey, relax, get back into the rhythm of things, or what, is it a different conversation?
I think you started off with that, but that you better end it with, hey, you're throwing BP right now.
Right.
You're
giving him
middle of
everything
the
to
plate.
Hit. Right.
You got to start hitting your spots, or we're going to have to make a change.
Now batting, right fielder Sam Hernandez. Hernandez steps in. He bunted first time up and advanced the runners. He won't be bunting in this situation, I wouldn't think.
No. Clear the board.
Bully looks in. First delivery, pitch, strike.
That's where we needed that last pitch.
And that's exactly
there.
right. That's exactly right because, again, letting Putnam City West hang out here.
Good
There's
pitch.
a nice pitch, too.
Good pitch.
0-2.
Now, this is where we were with the last hitter.
Right.
We have got to put him away.
Yep.
If we don't, I'm afraid this is going to be his last hitter.
Down the middle. Ortiz picks it up.
There we
guns
go.
it to first in time, and they're out of the inning. But 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, scores 2 runs, and Putnam City West is on top 3-2. Top of the 4th coming up right after this.
Finding your happy place is something special, and it's different for everyone. You probably already know where to find yours, and TTCU Federal Credit Union can help you get there. Right now, you can earn up to a $200 bonus when you open a new checking account with direct deposit. So wherever your happy place finds you, TTCU will meet you there. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Bryce Ashlock. Welcome you back in here to the top of the 4th inning. Ashlock up. And Putnam City West is coming out and doing what we hoped they wouldn't do.
Yes, I've been impressed with their effort so far. Not intimidated. Moment's not too big for them. Actually hitting the ball better than we are.
Right.
And not doing anything to beat themselves other than, a base running error there after the leadoff double.
Well, but that that has a whole lot to say with what their record is. They haven't put themselves in a position to be that way this year. And so, in a big stage like this, they're playing I got to say they're playing probably a little bit better than Union right now, for sure. And it'll be interesting to see if Bully gets the nod going into the bottom of the 4th.
I'm going to say he doesn't. I think they're going to bring Shea in. That's be my gut feeling.
And Shea, the last time we saw Evan Shea, he pitched a gem.
Was sharp.
Gave up 2 hits, went 5 2/3 innings, and oh man, that kid was painting corners.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, that was really good to see. So we'll see what happens with that. Inside, leadoff walk for Bryce Ashlock. That's a good eye by the youngster and brings in this young man. Now batting, catcher number 23, Brody Briggs.
All right, Jim, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you bunt Brody here, or do you let him swing away?
I think I'm going to let him swing away just because of the bat he's had.
I would agree with you.
All right. Thank you.
He's been hot. I would not take the bat out of his hands right now.
Andy Irwin, you need to write that down, sir, that I actually called something right. And the only reason I'm saying I am right is because Joey agrees with me, and he knows a lot more about baseball than I do. That's hit out to Elmhurst, and swinging away didn't do us any good.
That was not a good at bat by Brody.
Nope.
Swung at a pitch he really didn't like. He wasn't paid. And that's what I've seen with our hitters. We got to relax and be more patient.
Mm-hmm. First baseman, number 5, Kenyon Keller.
Canyon's a good hit and run candidate right here.
Well, and Keller's got some speed, as do most of the kids on Newkirk's roster for sure. They'll throw over to first, not in time.
Interesting. He squared the bunt there on the pick.
Well, and again, does that say something about Keller's speed? Think you can leg it out? Or, I mean, the last time we bunted, we got a double out of it.
Well, it could be a fake bunt steal also.
Runner goes. Throw down to second. Not in time. Ball squibs away, but
No. Stay put.
as you can hear, Coach Witcher telling Ashlock to stay put. He'll get a stolen base out of the deal. Now, what are you doing? You going to advance the runner here?
No.
No, you're going to let him swing away.
No, now we've got if Brody had bunted anyway.
Right.
So now we're runner scoring position, 1 out.
We're back to where we were last hitter.
Now, the last time we were in this situation with these two particular hitters, Canyon popped up and Gage struck out.
Yep.
We can't have that same scenario.
Right.
Canyon's got to get the ball in play, but not in the air.
Right. And we're not swinging for fences here. None of these kids can hit it out. So they just need to, I agree with you, get the ball down, put it in play, way outside.
Give Putnam City a chance to be Putnam City.
Right.
2-0 count. Be patient here. Get a pitch you can hard. Again, huge hole on the right side.
Closes up a little bit as Hamilton gets back over there, and it's hit right to him. That's off his foot. Can't play it. Runner will score. Safe at home. Nice base running there by Ashlock as Hamilton can't come up with what looked to be a routine ground ball, Coach.
Play, yeah.
Yep.
And that's what I mean by let Putnam City be Putnam City. Got to get the ball in play, put the pressure on this young team to continue playing at their level.
Right. Now batting number 15, Gage Arthur. And a nice job there. And again, this is where we're going to start, well, we hope, for Union's sake, start seeing Putnam City show that 5-32 record that they have.
Absolutely.
Putnam City West, as I'm corrected again. So for those of you that don't know, and if you live down in the Putnam City area, I'm sure you know the greatness that is Andy Irwin being the quarterback that he was in your neck of the woods for, I don't know, I think he's one of the first fifth-year seniors that Putnam City High School graduated because they wanted to keep him around because of his arm. Is that true?
So he's a PCO. Oh. Yeah, that's why we keep getting corrected. I know it's Putnam City West, Andy. It's just easier to say PC.
I'm trying to say the Patriots.
I apologize. I understand now. Putnam City West.
Just say Patriots.
Yeah.
Back to baseball, 1-0 count. He did square around a bunt. He'll get it down, but it'll be foul. Bunting here. You like it?
Well, with his speed, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And you got Jonesy coming up who doubled last time, so.
Absolutely.
And again, with the bunt, it forces him to field it, throw it, and catch it. Mm-hmm. So it puts pressure on him, especially when we know how well Gage runs.
Right. Ball gets away, no runner, nope. Where that ball's jumping, that jumped out of Byers' glove like it jumped out of Briggs' glove.
Yeah.
And that's probably a little nerve still, right? Wanting to make the great play.
Mm-hmm.
2-1, one away. The runner at first is Keller as he reached on an error. Hit a rocket to the second baseman Hamilton, and he couldn't come up with it. Runner scored and we're knotted at 3. There's a shot. Base hit there. And now these boys are starting to do their job a little bit. And I think, our second time through the lineup, there's probably something to be said. Their nerves are probably in check now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but again, we're talking 6, 7, 8, the lower part of our lineup.
Yep.
Getting it done.
Yep. Now batting number 1, Ryan Jones.
It looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for Canyon.
Yep. Courtesy runner in for Union number 17, Braden Ross. Ross steps in, and I think this is the first time I've said Braden's name all year long.
Yeah, I think he's pinch running. I don't think this is courtesy.
Okay.
So Canyon will probably re-enter at first base.
Okay. I'm being told that Braden's just a runner. That's not a position, Joey, that you or I would be in. They wouldn't say that we're just a runner.
What are you trying to say, Jim?
That we're both slow.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. Wow, way outside. Ball gets away. That'll be in as a wild pitch. And I turned around and looked at Andy Irwin because Andy and I had this great conversation about the difference between wild pitches and pass balls. And there was no way that Byers could catch up to that.
No,
as
it's
high as that
definitely
was
a wild
thrown.
pitch.
Yep. So they're going to have a meeting on the mound. We're going to take a timeout and sip some water. You're watching Union Baseball right here on the Union Sports Network. We're back here after the meeting on the mound. Gresham stays in the ball game. Their coaches came out to kind of huddle him up. One away, runners at second and third. Bunt goes foul. Jonesy trying to lay down the bunt. And that's interesting because after that rocket he hit the first time up in the third inning, I believe. Yeah, third inning. But he's a fundamental baseball player, good all-around kid.
And he can run.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad idea.
And the ball gets away again. Run will score.
Now we're starting to see a little bit of the unraveling, Jim.
Right. Runners advance to third. And Ryan Jones is still up. And this is what I expected, with all due respect to Putnam City West, this is what I expected to see in the first and second inning. But, man, they came out ready to play.
Yeah.
Now with runners in scoring position, error on their second baseman, I think we're beginning to see
and a couple of wild pitches, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a
gonna
shot.
Drop. No.
Hit out. Throw home by Hernandez. Not in time. And another run scores. Nice running job there by Gage Arthur.
And the windmill keeps going over there at third base. Nice job by Jeff Brown, a fast kid on our team. Make him throw him out.
It's a beautiful thing. Now batting shortstop, Jaden McNeely. McNeely steps in here, nobody on, 2 outs. And this is where I think we've single-handedly seen Jaden get across the plate. A bunt, steal, and then I can't remember if it was a pass ball or what, but there was a couple of bright spots last week where our offense just couldn't get going, and McNeely kind of took it upon himself to get it going.
Well,
and I believe that was maybe against Pryor.
He's definitely the catalyst of our team. There's no doubt about that.
Low 1-1.
We generally go as he does.
Mm-hmm. Squibbler foul down the right field line. Hey, while we've got a minute, Union Girls Soccer will host Owasso on Friday at 6 p.m. at the Union Soccer Complex. So congratulations to the girls last night. They beat Sapulpa 6-0. Sorry, Mike Rose, if you're listening. And they'll host Owasso. That's 6 o'clock. For ticket information, as that's a shot to Herrera, picks it up, hurries over to first in time. We'll talk more about soccer when we get back. We heading into the top of the 5th. Union scores 3 in that inning on a couple of wild pitches and an error. We'll talk about that when we get back right after this. Leading off the bottom of the fourth, number 11, Dakota McElroy. So McElroy steps in. I stand corrected. It is the bottom of the fourth. As one of these days I'll figure out that PC West is the home team. That's hit to left field. Arthur underneath, and there's quickly one away. We talked about it a little bit. Bully back out here. You believe that he's on a really short leash, though,
I
Joey.
do, just because the hits they're getting aren't cheap. They're striking the ball well. They're squaring it up. It'll be interesting. This kid that hit the double on us for their first run, I believe.
Now batting number 22, Romero Estrada. He steps in. He doubled to right center his first time up.
So, like
As
to see
just
Thomas.
on cue, I think the sirens are going off. Yep.
Like to see Thomas keep the ball away from him this time and see what he can do the other way.
To the right side, Jones over. Nice job by him. Boy, that was a great job, Jones, in his footwork, getting the put out. The nice 4-3 put out there.
A lot of range there.
Yeah, a lot of range.
That was an impressive play.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Now batting number 7, Ty Roberts.
So we're 3 pitches in and 2 outs. That's good.
Right.
We need to go ahead and finish the drill here.
Well, and that's where, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that's where I think Robo was looking for the senior leadership in Bully.
Yeah.
And this is what you want to see.
Yeah,
now your team's got a lead. Now your team's in rhythm. You need to calm the waters and get out there and do that. 1-0. Swung away now, 1-1. Swinging strike. 2 away. And that's roped out, and that'll fall in front of Arthur for a base hit. A base hit for Roberts. And that'll bring up, now batting number 6, Wes Capel. Wes steps in. He had a base hit his first time up. Patriots first baseman.
This may be Thomas's last hitter if he can't get him out.
And he floated one in there.
Yeah, he hadn't been real sharp with the curveball today.
What is it about a pitcher that could come out and get 2 quick outs, and then you just leave one over the middle of the plate and they rope it, and then you're back to, oh my gosh, what did I do? Right?
Well, you get to 2 outs, you relax a little bit. And he just, it's not like he's pitching a bad game. He just hasn't been sharp.
Runner goes. They're testing on Brody's arm down to second.
That's a mistake.
Out. Yep. Folks, don't run on the Brickster. Brody throws him out. We're headed to the
City West.
Yeah, that's for sure. Union's coming up right after this.
The humble Raising Cane's chicken finger. 24 hours of marinating and not a word about its flavor. It credits that terrifically tangy sauce. And the cane sauce? Well, it's okay with that. But a premium, fresh, never-ever frozen tenderloin, hand-battered and cooked to order? Doesn't exactly need to brag now, does it? Same for the crinkle-cut fries. Center cut from the longest potatoes Idaho has to offer and added to every meal. You know, just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you have to use them. Raising Cane's.
as we head into the top of the 5th inning. Leading off for Union, number 8, Grayson Tempest. Tempest steps in here, top of 5. 5-3 Union on top. As he lays down the bunt.
Great bunt.
And he's going to easily make it.
Great bunt.
Nice job there by Capel to kind of squander that throw from Gresham. Now batting third baseman Avery Ortiz.
Need Avery to be patient. Let Grayson get in scoring position here.
You send in Grayson?
Yes.
Yeah, just like that.
Putnam City West catcher likes to throw from his knees, and he's got a great arm, but he's not real quick in getting it out.
Right. That has a lot to do with what pitch is coming to you, too. Swung on foul. 0-2 now to Ortiz. Meaning this, obviously, the fastball's coming a little bit easier maybe to pick up and throw down as opposed to a changeup or a curveball. When I was a kid and growing up, I loved to watch Gary Carter, who was great for the Montreal Expos because I grew up in that part of northern New York where we get a lot of Expo games. And one of the things that always amazed me, even when he got traded to the Mets when he was 50 years old, he could throw people out from his knees on junk pitches. There's a pitch over the head of Elmhurst that was hit hard to left field. 1 run will score. That goes to the wall. Hustling around to third. The throw safe is Ortiz as he's on his horse, and he gets a triple, scoring Tempest.
Here we go. Now we got Patterson up, one of our leading RBI guys.
Now batting number 3, Parker Patterson. Patterson steps in here. The runner on third is Ortiz after a triple over Elmhurst's head. And, boy, Elmhurst, I get it, man. You're trying to make a great play, trying to keep the runner close, trying to keep it just a 2-run lead, and that thing just sailed over his head.
Yeah, I just misjudged it. And, again, Avery showing the wheels that we have on this team, the speed.
Boy is quick. Nice pitch inside. Fooled Patterson, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, he's been jammed twice. 2 ground outs to third, I believe.
Ground out in the third, yes. And I got him as the second time up.
No, we're third time through.
Yeah, well, this is his third.
Wow.
Yeah, I screwed something up somewhere.
That ball was way outside. Now he's got to shorten up, get the ball in play. Can't have a strikeout here, Jim.
Right, not at all. 1-2, nobody out. Ortiz at third. After the triple over Elmhurst's head, scored Grayson Tempest. There's a chopper to third. He'll look back the runner, throw to first in time. Nice job by Estrada to look Ortiz back. Now batting number 16, Bryce Ashlock.
Now here's one kid who can't hit it out.
And we've seen Ashlock ourselves hit it out.
Yes.
And then we saw one hit off the top of the wall that you and I both thought were gone.
I called out.
Yeah.
I gave him credit for it being out.
Yeah, sure did. And it in all fairness to you, it did ding off the yellow out there. That's for sure. As our director-producer tells us to wait for it to happen, yes. And I got to defend you, Joey, because you got some of my I've been rubbing off on you, I'm afraid. I'm calling things before they happen, mainly with umpires. This year, 2-0 count, delivery on the way. Inside 3-0. Let him swing away here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Now he's got to understand with the infield back in the middle, any ground ball up the middle scores a run. Just can't hit it on the corners. anything in the outfield probably is going to score a run because we got speed at third. So,
now, as I look back on my score sheet, I want to correct myself and maybe some folks that are out there. Was Patterson the one that laid down the bunt that went actually for the double?
no, that was Jaden.
That was Jaden. Okay, all right. Well, I missed an at-bat for Patterson somewhere in my score sheet. But he has played well. 3-1. Taken all the way. And maybe that may have something to do with his pitch count getting up there a little bit and getting unraveled. I don't know. No?
He didn't throw hard enough for his pitch count to matter.
3-1 delivery.
See, that's
popped up.
That's what you can't have.
Herrera underneath it, calls for it. And there's 2 away.
3-1 curveball. That's not good at bat right there.
Right. Now batting number 23, Brody Briggs.
Big 2 out at bat right here for Brody. Remember last time he flied out to left on a pitch he really didn't like.
Right.
He needs to be patient here.
Right.
Get him something he can hit hard and score a run for us. There we go. Let's go. There we go.
Run. Ball gets away. Run scores. There we go. Just like you called it. Ortiz looked up. Brody waved him on as he knew it got far enough away. And that's the benefit of having the catcher at the plate when something like that happens, because he knows exactly if a player can get home or not.
And that's another example of Putnam West.
Making
Putnam West,
being
giving us a
Putnam
run.
West. Yep. Swung on up the middle. That'll go for a base hit. So it doesn't matter. That run would have scored anyway.
Would have scored anyway,
Yep.
and Brody continues to stay hot.
Yep. Now batting number 5, Kenyon Keller. Keller steps in. Byers is going to go out and have a conversation with Gresham.
I think he's buying some time. They got some bullpen action going on. Putnam West does.
Yep.
And Coach Brown's telling the umpire right now, Kenyon is re-entering the game. Remember,
Right.
he came out for the pinch runner.
Right. Which was Brandon Ross, I believe, or Braden Ross, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now I think you're
Courtesy running number 6, Rhett Rogers.
I think we're going to get a pitch and change
Right.
here. Catcher went out just to buy a little time.
Buy a little more time. And while we've got a second, we can tell you folks here on the air, Union Soccer, the girls are back in action Friday night as they're going to host Owasso in game number 2 of the regionals. That's pretty exciting for us. You know, it's springtime and Union again playing in a lot of regional matches between golf and tennis and soccer and, of course, baseball. Again, you've talked about it before. It says a lot about our coaching, our athletics department, and just what Union provides for students.
No doubt. And if you're a sports fan, this has got to be the best week of the year for you.
Yeah.
You've got something going on every night. We're in regional soccer, regional softball. We were in regional softball. We're in regional baseball. We got the track meet coming up on Saturday. I mean, just every night you've got something to go to and support our student athletes.
Well, and supporting our student athletes. And listen, I know there's a lot of people out there that, let's be honest, that have been cooped up for quite a while. And we have opened up our facilities. Obviously, we're asking you to, when you come to our events, to socially distance as best you can and wear some masks. But we're not going around, telling you got to wear them. We just ask that you do wear them and you do what's right for our student athletes and the people around you. But we have the best facilities in this part of the state. We got some of the best coaches and the best athletes, and it's a great time to get out and support Union for sure.
And a beautiful day. And so if you're out there watching this broadcast right now and you're available this afternoon, looks like we are going to be playing again at 4 o'clock, 4:30.
Yeah, as long as the wheels don't fall off. We'll play the winner of Sepulpa in Bartlesville. That game is coming up next right here at the Baseball and Softball Complex. Now, I will say this. Bartlesville and Sapulpa fans, due to restrictions by the OSSAA, they're not allowing us to broadcast that game, so you'll have to actually come out in person and watch that game. But then we'll be back on the broadcast with Union's second game, hopefully playing the winner of Sapulpa and Bartlesville.
Right. And that's one thing about playing the early game, Jim. The loser of this game has to hang around and won't play again until 6:30 or 7.
Yeah, pretty late.
Yeah.
Pretty late for sure. I believe that's Dakota McElroy on the mound. Number 11, yep. Now pitching for the Patriots. Number 11, Dakota McElroy. Now batting for Union, number 5, Canyon Keller. Keller steps in.
We will probably get Brett in motion here early, try to get him to second base, create another RBI situation for Canyon.
And there he goes, runner goes, throws from his knees, got him. Boy, howdy. And you were right, boy, that kid had a cannon from his knees.
He's got a good arm.
Yeah, he's got a good arm. He got it down there. So Canyon will get to come out and bat again in the next inning, and we're back after this. Wes Capel steps back in here. The line, 7 runs on 8 hits and 1 error for Union being the guests. 3 runs on 7 hits and 1 error for Putnam City West being the home team today. Quickly 0-1 as Bully's back on the mound again.
Yeah.
That's going to get just foul.
Just foul.
Thankfully.
Yep. Now, this is where Thomas has struggled. 0-2.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and we'll see what happens here.
This is where
see if he can find it.
He gets a little. Keep working the corners. 0-2, 1-2. He's got to hit your pitch out of the zone.
Well, anything with 2 behind it, and I'm not trying to be funny, but he's ahead. Then
yes.
2 outs, nobody on. You're ahead.
Like that,
and
right there.
In the dirt. Briggs up. Cannon down to first. A cannon to Cannon. Canyon. That's tough to say.
Great job right there.
Good job by Briggs, for sure.
Well, great job by Thomas.
Right.
Bounces one up there out of the zone, makes him chase it, gets him out on his pitch.
Now batting, number 21, Jackson Hyde Herrera. Jackson steps in here. Time called by the home plate umpire, and
center fielder's tying his shoe.
Tempest's shoes came untied. Nice job by home plate umpire David Summers to recognize that.
Bully bounces one in, and it's 1-0. Nice pitch there, swinging
good
away.
Spot.
Yeah, it's a great
Stay
spot.
right there.
Yep.
Stay right there.
Well, and we've seen him do this a number of times to right-handed batters, and he needs to stay there. And you said it, stay there.
Well, like I said, he's not pitching poorly. He's just not as sharp as he's been. He doesn't have his best stuff, but he is battling through it. He's getting us through 5 innings, which is a great job for a senior.
Right. Swung on, and it's 2-2 now. One away on the strikeout to Capel.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go.
Strikeout. Strikeout number 2 in the inning. Now batting number 13, Nate Gresham.
Jim, the name of the game in a regional is pitching.
Right.
And so if we, obviously we want to get through this thing in 5, but if we can go 7, or if we have to go 7 and only use 1 pitcher, then we're fine.
Right. And at that point, if we can get out of this inning and then Union can continue to tack on runs, that's going to say probably a lot to Robo to say, look, I'm going to leave him out there because
Absolutely.
as you get a 5, 6, 7 run lead, you're a little
Absolutely.
more comfortable to leave him out there. Yeah.
Well, you got to have him eat up innings.
Yep. Outside, 1-1. First strike was a swinging strike by Nate Gresham. I stand corrected, 1-2. In the dirt, Briggs blocks it. Now it's 2-2. I don't know if anybody could have dialed up as nice a day as this.
That's beautiful.
There's no
Just absolutely
breeze.
beautiful.
It is gorgeous. Fouled away right side.
And no wind.
I know. Old Glory's just hanging out there. Just relaxing, watching a good game. That's roped. That's going to fall. Tempest over to cut it off, get it back in quickly, but Owen.
That's been Thomas's Achilles heel today.
Yeah, 2 outs.
He gets,
giving up the base
ahead
hit.
in the account and throws one right down the middle.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 18, Nick Elmhurst. Elmhurst comes in at 0 for 2.
Good
Inside,
spot.
yeah.
That's a good spot.
Yeah.
That's a good spot to miss. In and out, up and down. In and out, up and down.
High swinging strike there, 1-2. Kind of fooled him on the delivery for sure.
I'd like to see a curveball away right here, Jim.
Okay. 1-2.
Just a little bit off the plate. Like, too much plate.
Yeah, too much plate. I was going to say that was kind of right down Garnett there, right down the middle. And it looked like the runner was going, so they may have a little hit. Well, the runner going with 2 outs anyway. My bad.
Now, down 7-3, I'd be surprised if they ran, especially since we've already thrown out 2.
Right. Runner doesn't
There's
go.
A good pitch.
Swung on. Briggs throws him out. And besides giving up the hit to center, he strikes out the side.
Yeah, good inning.
Yeah, great inning for him. Union's coming up right after this.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we've joined forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
Hi, welcome back inside the broadcast booth. He's Joey Witcher. I'm Jim Douthit, and Joey, 7-3 lead for Union right now, and it seems to be that Union's finally settled into what they need to do, what they should have done the first couple of innings, but the nerves are gone, and they got a 4-run lead here heading into the top of the 6th.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much nerves because we've played a clean game. I just don't think we've showed a lot of discipline at the plate. Second time, third time through, we've adjusted to the speed. Putnam City West has not put a kid out there that throws very hard, and so you have to make an adjustment, and we've done a good job as the game goes on. But all in all, a clean game.
What are you, as these guys wrapping this game up, and it's not over, so I'm not about to even talk about that, but what have you seen in this Union team that you want to make sure you correct for the next game you play?
Patience.
Okay.
At the plate, we've had some really good at bats, but we've had too many bad at bats, and we're going to definitely have to clean that up for the second game.
Now batting at number 5, Canyon Keller. Now Keller steps in. If you were watching last inning, he was the player up when I believe Briggs got thrown out?
No, it was Brett Rogers.
Oh, yeah, it was Brett Rogers got thrown out
courtesy
stealing.
runner.
Yeah, courtesy runner got thrown out stealing. I was like, hang on, Briggs doesn't run. No offense against Brody. He's probably faster than I am, for darn sure. It's a quick out. Nice catch there by Hamilton. And there's one away.
See, that's a good at bat. He got out, but it's an outside pitch. He stayed back, hit it that way. Just happened to hit it right at the second baseman.
Right. Now batting number 15, left fielder, Gage Arthur. Arthur steps in. Nobody on. One away.
Bunt situation here.
There's that outside part of the plate that's been called all afternoon. Good to see that home plate umpire is keeping it consistent, if you will.
Chased one out of the zone there. He's a little upset with himself.
Right. 0-2 delivery on the way here. We'll see what their pitcher in McElroy does. Struck him out.
Yep. Keeping the ball away.
Right. Second baseman, Ryan Jones. Jonesy steps in here, and he's done well today for sure. We'll see what he can do. Is his first at bat. He roped one down the left field line, hustled in to get a double out of that. High and outside. 1-0. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the order here. The number 9 hole in Ryan Jones. 7-3. Beautiful day here at the ballpark. Thanks for joining us on the Union Sports Network as that's popped just out of play. If things hold true, we'll be back on the air at 4 o'clock to play the winner of the Sapulpa-Bartlesville game. If things don't hold true to form, we will let you know when we play at the end of this game. And Jones again.
Good job. Good job.
Rips the 2-out single. And we turn the order, and that's okay at this point.
Yeah.
2 outs with speed coming up, and McNeely. Now batting number 2, Jaden McNeely. McNeely up, got a bunt single, and he grounded out to shortstop. And then he bunted as well and legged out a double.
Yes.
So I will say there was some miscommunication there between probably Byers, the catcher, and calling time, because they just watched that ball just sit there on the line, and McNeely didn't waste any time hustling around to second. 0-1 delivery on its way. Foul out of play. Just over the right side here.
Interesting. See if we put the runner in motion here at 0-2.
McElroy may have been thinking that. Yeah, as he threw over.
Good possibility for an off-speed pitch in the dirt right here. So it's running situation.
Ripped one, just foul. Down the left field line, boy, if that stays fair.
I don't think he wants to mess around with Jaden on the inside half of the plate.
Yeah, not at all. O2 delivery with 2 outs. Jones at first after he got a nice base hit. Pitch out, throw down, not in time. A little interesting, different philosophy now with McElroy on the mound for the Patriots. Pitching out, thinking Jones is going. Another one down in time. I'm not too sure. That wasn't necessarily a pitch out. That was just a bad pitch.
No, it's a bad pitch, yeah. Now, I would run here at 2-2 because you're going to get a pitch to hit or it's going to be a ball in the dirt, a good pitch to run on.
2-2 delivery. Swung on, struck him out. McNeely goes down swinging, and I think that may be the first time I've said that all year.
I was going to say, you don't see that very often.
Not at all, not at all. Patriots are coming up, bottom of the 6th after this. As we welcome you back in here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off for PC West is Maddox Byers, their catcher. And it's 1-0. Bully back in for another. And as you said, as long as he keeps, doing what he was doing just like that.
Yep.
It's going to be a good thing for Robo. Now, what's that mean as I look down the right field line, I notice a couple of guys going into the bullpen. At what point is this his last inning no matter what? I'm wondering with them warming up.
It just depends on what kind of pitch count they have him on. I mean, we've lost him for the rest of the tournament.
Right.
So you probably at this point you want to let him go as long as he can.
Got it. 3-1 now. And just like that, he's way behind in the count. Something we didn't see with the first 2 batters in the last 2 innings. Swung
there
on.
You go.
A gift pop fly. Jones underneath it, calls for it, got it.
I got to tell you, that's one of my biggest pet peeves right there. 3-run count, you don't hit the ball squarely.
Right.
That drives a coach crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Now batting number 2, right fielder Sam Hernandez. Pop fly out to Jones, so there's 1 away. 7-3 Union on top, and if you're wondering why Union is the visitors, it's because we lost a coin toss. And Joey, that has to do with, it doesn't matter, I guess, wherever baseball regionals are happening, it's all decided on by a coin toss.
OSSA rule neutral site, technically.
Right.
Even though we're hosting, And every game will have a coin flip to determine the home team.
Oh, every game, no matter
Every
what
game.
happens from here on out.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. So hypothetically, if
Now-
Union does well, they can be the away team every time through.
If we were to get to an if necessary game, it would flip. I think. I'm not 100% on that,
Boy, nice stop there by Briggs. Go ahead.
but
Oh, I got you. It would flip to where we would have home field
yeah.
for
but
the game 7, I think, which would be Friday.
yes.
Swung
There you
on,
go, Thomas. Atta
strike it out. Nice job by Bully there, and there's 2 away.
But as my favorite coach of all time, Stephen Eugene, used to say, it doesn't matter, boys, just go play.
Now batting number 11, Dakota McElroy. McElroy steps in. That's right, it doesn't matter. And he pops one out to Arthur. Comes in underneath, pinches it. And we're through 6. Top of the 7th coming up right here on the Union Sports Network.
The humble Raising Cane's chicken finger. 24 hours of marinating and not a word about its flavor. It credits that terrifically tangy sauce. And the cane sauce? Well, it's okay with that. But a premium, fresh, never-ever frozen tenderloin, hand-battered and cooked to order? Doesn't exactly need to brag now, does it? Same for the crinkle-cut fries. Center cut from the longest potatoes Idaho has to offer and added to every meal. You know, just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you have to use them. Raising Cane's.
Grayson Tempest steps in here, top of the 7th, nobody on. First pitch coming in from McElroy is a strike. Boy, and this McElroy kid's been dealing since he's come out there. He's done pretty well.
Really has.
Kind of stopped the bleeding, if you will, for the Patriots. High and outside, ball 1.
It's got a different delivery. Comes right over the top. Changes the eye line for the batter. Kind of harder to pick it up. They're not used to it.
Lays
Another
down the
great
bunt. Yep. Tempest will easily beat that out. No throw from Estrada. And again, we're not going to hit a ton of home runs, but we're going to get some speed.
That is 2 great bunts by that young man today.
Bunt single. You can't do anything with that.
No.
Now batting third baseman Avery Ortiz.
And the thing about it, that's a line drive in the scorebook.
Right.
Base hit's a base hit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to assume Tempest is running here.
I am too.
Yeah. Tempest thought about it as Byers couldn't come up with it, but I think this is the first time Tempest has been on with McElroy out here on the mound, so he probably wants to get a little bit of a rhythm down before he takes off.
Well, probably going to wait on a runner's count.
Got it.
Because you don't want to take the bat out of Avery's hands.
That's for sure. Not after the triple that he cranked out in the 5th inning. Right down the middle. 1-1.
See, this is a runner's count, 1-1. Think it's 3 holes up. You think an off-speed pitch. Good pitch to run on.
Tempest with the lead. 1-1 delivery on its way inside. Tempest doesn't go. But, you know, we've seen in Byers throwing from his knees. Now, Grayson is a little quicker Then I believe it was Rogers who he threw out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the pitcher did a good job. He's mixing up his delivery when he's getting rid of it.
Outside. Throw back down to first. This Tempest was a little lackadaisical to get back to first base, and heads up play by Byers to throw down. 3-1 now. Nobody out.
Be patient. Something you can square up.
Tempest goes, swung on foul into the netting here. So is that a hit and run, or is that Ortiz protecting?
It's a hit and run.
Hit and run. Got it.
Might do it again here if you trust his eye.
Right.
Full count hit and run. If it's ball 4, you take it. If not, you swing, stay out of the double play.
3-2 delivery. Tempest does not go, and it's high. And a great opportunity here for Parker Patterson. Now batting number 3, Parker Patterson.
I bet Parker's happy to see a new pitcher. He never did square up the first one.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
You know, Parker can run too. We may be bunting here because Parker can run too.
Yeah, Parker's got some wheels, and you got, you know, with this in the 2-3-4, with nobody out and Ashlock on the on-deck circle, it'll be interesting to see what we do. Nope, he's swinging away, at least on the first pitch. Not showing anything.
Pulled off that one a little bit. That was a good pitch to hit.
Right. Delivery. In there, 0-2. And you're right. I think McElroy's got that delivery that is kind of fooling these guys a little bit.
Well, he's mixing up. Sometimes he quick pitches, sometimes he does, and he's mixing up the timing part of it.
High. Good eye there, boy. That, from our vantage point, or at least from my vantage point, that would have been hard to kind of lay off of. Just kind of looked like it was floating in, like, oh, I'm going to get a hold of this. But it was high. Delivery swung on down the left field line, foul. As our scoreboard operator, Wade Witcher, I thought was going to jump out of his seat. He got pretty excited about that one. Big grin on that man's face. One of the coolest young men I've ever met. And I just said it live on air. So, Lisa, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I've been pumping up your boys, well, all season long. Delivery high. Runner goes. Throw down. Not in time. Definitely safe there, and I called that one Mr. Irwin because if he would have called him out, I would have got thrown out of the ballpark. I guarantee it. He was safe by 1.5 miles. So I will take credit for that. Yes, he was definitely under the tag. But if that throw would have been down, he might have been out.
Yeah.
As I think about it now, I'm like, good gravy.
Thankful for a high throw.
Yeah, yep, for sure. Runner goes, pitch inside, not even a throw down. Well, I guess it did get thrown down.
No,
it was kind of weird.
The pitcher just let it go.
Oh, okay, all right. Some trickery. So runners at second and third, and Ortiz and Ortiz and Tempest. Patterson goes down swinging. Patterson Parker has not had the greatest of nights, or of afternoons, I should say now. Designated hitter, Bryce Ashlock. Ashlock steps in, and this would be the time that I'd like to see him hit it off that yellow part of the fence. That
big RBI situation here.
One away.
Oh.
And that cut was that exact cut, wasn't it?
That was it. I wish he wishes he could have that pitch back.
Absolutely. And I bet you McElroy is thinking, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Outside, good eye there. Ashlock following that pitch all the way in. So Grayson bunts to get on. Steals second, and now Ashlock gets hit and loads up the bases. And that'll bring Brody Briggs to the plate. Now batting, number 23, Brody Briggs.
One of our hottest hitters. You
Yeah.
got to love this situation.
Briggs steps in a great spot. He's done it tonight defensively. We'll see if he can do it offensively as well.
Well, he's got 2 hits, got a double and a single.
Yeah, I guess that's true. He's definitely participated on
Yep.
both sides, offensively and defensively, this afternoon. Takes a first pitch strike as the smell of burgers overtakes the press box. And I am now hungry. High and outside, 1-1. Ashlock at first. Ortiz at second. Tempest at third. Ducks on the pond, as they say in the delivery. Brody got underneath it. Pop fly to center field. Roberts underneath it. He'll get it. Runner goes. Throw home. Not in time. Not in time as Tempest shows the wheels. And a sac fly will be credited to Brody Briggs. So even though you're upset about that swing, are you happy?
No, I'm not.
that?
I'm upset because that was a good. I wanted to get more of it. That was a great pitch to hit.
Fair enough.
The outcome, the sac fly.
Same deal.
Yeah.
Now batting number 5, Kenyon Keller. So Keller steps in, 2 outs, 2 on. Just the way you were like, I guess you want. Yeah, you're kind of like me, want him to get more of it. Keller swinging first pitch foul down the right side and out of play.
Well, I think if you asked Brody, he would say, I just missed that
I
one.
just missed it, sure. Absolutely. Outside.
Canyon wearing the number 5 today. That's appropriate.
Okay.
5-5.
Very
See what I
much
did
so.
there?
Yeah, I love what you did there. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Happy Cinco de Mayo for all of you that are off, hopefully enjoying the greatness that this holiday brings. I'll leave it at that. 1-2 delivery high. Boy, and there's that snap throw that Byers wanted to have down to first, and it jumped out of his glove. That's happened to Byers twice, and Brody at least once or twice. I
That's
think,
just a little quick.
Yep.
Little quick.
Yep. Jammed him a little bit. Herrera underneath it. But 1 run comes across. It's 8-3. We head to the bottom of the 7th. PC West coming up next. as we're back in here. First up for the Patriots, number 22, Romero Estrada. Estrada steps in, and Coach Witcher there, you were talking to me quickly about Bully's performance. How many pitches did that young man throw?
That was pitch number 88. And if you're Robo right now, you got to be loving this.
Yeah, absolutely. And he comes out because he settled down. You know, if you look at the scoreboard, gosh, he gave up 3 runs early through the first 3 innings and kind of looked shaky, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah. I mean, because even the outs were loud outs.
Right.
But he settled down, starting to hit the corners a little more, like that right there. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Thomas, being right on cue.
Yep. Well, and a lead, I know a lead has helped this young man.
Yes.
Obviously calm his nerves down. And that's probably what Coach Robo is saying. Wouldn't you say in a position like this, Coach Robo's saying, look at the lead, look at the scoreboard, relax, we got you.
And like to tell a hitter, be patient, it's going to come. It's going to come. We're the better team. We will pull away.
Right.
We just need you to go out there and do your job.
Right. Now, we talked about it a little bit. Again, repeat what you said about going into the next game for Union. What do you want to see these kids be? You said patient. And that's it. You're happy with everything else, really, that these guys have done as Bully gets the strikeout.
Well, we've had one error, but it's been a clean game.
Now batting, number 7, Ty Roberts. Right, and it has been a clean game for sure. So Estrada's out on strikes. Roberts steps in.
It's something we haven't talked about either is, these kids aren't used to starting a game at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Our earlier starts have been on Saturday at noon.
Right.
And that's been a handful of times,
right.
And it's a day of the week, and these kids are usually in schools. That's roped. Oh, just out of the reach of Avery Ortiz. And that'll go for a single. Great opportunity there by Ortiz to pull that down, but he could not.
Remind everybody to grab lunch before they leave.
That would have been a great play by Avery.
Now batting, first baseman, number 6, Wes Capel. Capel steps in. Runner on, and Tommy just needs to settle back in. That was a hard hit ball just out of the reach of Ortiz.
But again, it was with 2 strikes with him ahead in the count.
Good point. Good point. And I hate to say this, but I'm wondering how big that one run that we got in the top of the 7th may loom if things unravel here.
Oh, you can never have enough runs.
Right. Right down. Garnett there. Nicely pitched. 2-1 now. 1 on. Ty Roberts hit a rope that just was out of the reach of Ortiz's stretched left arm. That's inside. 3-1 now.
Need a ground ball to short.
Double play ended up.
6-4-3.
Yep.
Put the game on ice.
Mm-hmm. Boy, I'd love for you to have called that right here. The 3-1 delivery to Capel. And he walks him. So now 2 on, 1 out. I'm looking into the bullpen, and here comes Robo. Coach Robinson's going to come out, and I imagine that's all. No?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, the kid's been down there warming up for 4 innings now.
Right.
This may be a conversation of, nope. I can't tell if he's coming in or not.
I'm thinking that's Shea, but we'll see.
He's jogging down. Nope, he's staying.
He's staying there, but he's in the bullpen just in case. And I believe that, or excuse me, he's in the dugout just in case. I believe that was Shea jogging down here.
That conversation right there is the only chance these guys have is if we walk people.
Right.
Throw strikes, let them hit it. Throw us a ground ball here. Let's get out of this.
Right.
Again, at this point of the game, you don't want to pull him unless you absolutely have to.
Right. Because, again, you alluded to it earlier, he has settled down.
Yeah.
Now batting, number 21, Jackson Hyde Herrera. Herrera steps in. 2 on, he rips it. That's going to fall fair, and that's going to score 1. Arthur picks it up. quickly in, nicely done there for him to get on his high horse and get it back in to hold the runners at first and second. So a run does score, but you still have force outs at first, second, and third. So,
well,
good heads up to get that in quick.
And here comes the hook.
Yep.
We're pitching outs over runs right now.
Right.
And, that was probably the least hard-hit ball he's had.
Right, absolutely. And he'll get a really nice hand as Bully will go 6 1/3, 10 hits, 4 runs across. And, again, after that first 3 innings, he settled in and did a good job. You're right.
Well, and like I said, without his best stuff, he wasn't sharp.
Right.
But he battled. Really a gutsy performance.
Right.
And like I said, Robo's not going to be disappointed with that. Eating up 6 1/3 innings for us.
It's a great deal. So Shea's going to warm up. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. You're watching Union Baseball right here on the Union Sports Network. Bottom of the 7th, quick pitching change. Now pitching for Union, number 18, Evan Shea. Now batting for the Patriots, number 13, Nate Gresham. Now Gresham steps in. Evan, the last time we saw him, pitched a gem. Went 5 2/3, gave up 2 hits, no runs. And this is a great opportunity for this young man. And I'm wondering, Coach.
Great start right there.
That's a great start. I'm wondering if that performance fueled this change, giving him that opportunity.
I think so. Yeah, I think because fresh in your mind.
0-1 delivery. Chopper.
Foul ball.
Foul.
We talked about when he threw that gem, that he was auditioning for this game.
Right.
And, of course, you go with Thomas because he's the senior.
Sure.
And he's earned it, like we said, at the beginning of the broadcast. But I think that performance did put him in this position to get to throw in this game.
Sure. Makes a lot of sense. 0-2 now on Gresham.
I believe this is only his 7th appearance all for the season.
And I believe you're right. And one of those 7 appearances was 5 2/3 and a 2-hitter.
Right.
So, and the great thing about that, nice stop there by Briggs, throws down to second. Better throw. That might have been close. But, again, I was going to allude to the fact that it's also fresh. It's fresh in Coach Robo's mind. It's also fresh in Shea's mind.
Right.
I just did this.
Right. Confidence is a beautiful thing.
Yep. In the dirt, though.
Nice play by Brody.
Yeah. Briggs definitely showing. God, and, I know we don't necessarily name players of the game, but that kid has done. You've asked him to do everything and he's done it today. That's for sure. Swung on, struck him out, and we're PC West is down to their last out. Now batting number 18, Nick Elmhurst, and that's a great way for Shea to come back after those 2.
Yep.
I don't know, kind of ugly pitches, if you will.
Well, showed 2 curveballs and then came back and busted him inside with a fastball. That's pitching.
Right. Nice. That's a beautiful curveball, slow and inside. Gets him over, gets it for a strike. Something else that Robo alluded to was Shea. He believes that this guy's going to be number 1, number 2 next year for Union.
Well, based off last Thursday, I would tend to agree with him.
Yeah. So that's really, really great. And something that Shea can definitely think about as summer ball approaches, his approach to the summer as well.
We know we're going to see TJ in game number 2.
Right.
He's a sophomore.
Right.
Canyon Keller's been our number 2, along with a couple others. He's an underclassman. You got Sheo as an underclassman. If you're Robo, you got to feel job security is pretty good right now.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you got a really good point. Now, what's interesting is that pitch, Evan came out to kind of talk to Brody. Brody motioned him back to the mound. So what do you think Briggs saw? Did they maybe mix up signals? Okay.
You got a runner on second, so they're probably on a different sequence, and probably got mixed up.
Got it. If you guys want to listen to a little bit of banter back and forth about baseball and stealing signs and cheating, Dan Patrick had a great segment this morning between him and the Danettes on the Dan Patrick Show. It was right at the top of the 9 o'clock hour, and he talked about Dan Patrick was really heated about cheaters in baseball. Swung on. Brody picks it up, throw down to first, ball game. Union wins game 1. And I'll pick up that conversation when we broadcast Game 2, which is going to come to you at 4 o'clock, and we're going to play the winner of Sapulpa-Bartlesville.
Sapulpa-Bartlesville,
Yep.
which should be a dandy.
Yeah, it should be for sure, and that's coming up next. If you guys have an opportunity to get out here and watch that game, I know Bartlesville, we saw their radio guy is here. He's setting up, so that'll be a great game that Bartlesville can pick up there on their radio broadcast. But 8-10-1 for Union. PC West 4-10-1, and it's time to eat.
It is time.
Yeah, I know you're hungry.
Smelling those burgers.
Yeah, I know. I'm smelling them too. So he's Joey Witcher. I'm Jim Douthit. Next broadcast comes up at 4 o'clock right here on the Union Sports Network. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you at 4.